I started to grow my nails in 1979. They were probably 1.75 inches when I decided to stop filing them. And I just kind of a challenge to myself to see how far they would go before they started twisting out of shape. And I couldn't cut them. So they just kept growing and growing, and I kept setting dates and dates that I was going to do it. And then I started getting all of this worldwide notoriety. And then it's strange how they become part of you. I just seen this black blur and then this horrible crash. And I heard fingernails snapping. And the door was open, and I looked out, and I could see the road going. And I just felt kind of like a suction. And I remember nothing after the feeling of being sucked out of the vehicle, but the first thing I spotted was a fingernail, and I just, oh, and I kind of started to cry. There's one of my fingernails. Oh, the thing that bothered me with losing my fingernails and stuff was, of course, it was like it becomes your identity, and it was like I felt like I had lost part of that, but yet what a blessing, because I probably couldn't have cut them back myself. Yeah, I would say I was going to, but they become such a part of you. You know, that was just part of my body that I nurtured and took care of for over 30 years. So, of course, it was really, really hard. It was just something I had to accept because I couldn't change anything. People ask if I'm going to grow them again, and I say no. That was a one-time thing, and it took me 30 years to grow them to get to that length. They became the world record, and I probably wouldn't live for 30 more years. I have very, very fond memories of Melvin. He touched my life. It also broke my heart to see this man that wouldn't even go out of his home. The pictures that they selected with Melvin and myself is totally awesome. He's my brother, you know, and it isn't really so much the fingernails. I mean, that brought us together from clear across countries, and but we're both, take away the fingernails, we are the same.
I just got into growing the nails and going to work, and that gave me something to do as I got into it. You know, like people have a hobby, and that's how it basically started. Once I found out how to deal with a crack or a break, I knew it was, you know, I didn't know what was coming next, but that was my start. As of this point, I feel good for what I've accomplished. It feels great to be in the Guinness Book of Records because it's very few that can make it.
I think my fingernails define me to a lot of people. You know, I was known as the fingernail lady or whatever, but to me, I would have to explain to them or tell them, you know, there really is more to me than my fingernails. And so maybe this is what it's about. Maybe, you know, I need to prove that.